Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are in the Baltimore and we're not alone. Together in this match and a couple other ones that you'll see, maybe at least one more that you'll see, I am partnered up with Hectic Paul. Now Hectic Paul was in the Destroyer and we met yesterday when we saw the Arizona gameplay. And then we decided to, division up, not platoon, division up, and see if we could get ourselves into any sort of trouble, because we seem to work pretty well together. And as you'll see in this one, I think you guys are going to enjoy it. We have some pretty good teamwork in this. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not the highest damage game for either of us, but the amount of just absolute devastation that we cause, and teamwork and tactics, I think you guys are going to enjoy. Now, I'm in the Baltimore. He's in, I believe, the Moss. I think it is. Well, we get a good shot out on the Amagi right off the bat. And right off the bat, we get 924 damage, but we set a fire, and he puts it out immediately. So he's already burned his damage control, and if he were to get set on fire again, he would burn for a long time. However, unfortunately, we don't get that option. Now, the good news is we have a destroyer trying to cap C. So I immediately hit the hydroacoustic, and as I got a little closer, I decided to hit the radar. Now, unfortunately, I'm still just a hair outside the range of being able to detect him via radar, but just as we get closer, you'll see him pop up. Now, the radar on this thing can reach out and detect things at, I believe, 9 kilometers. And so, hi, Moss. How you doing? Yeah, that's right, I can see you. And you are in perfect position to get messed up by my guns and my buddies. Now, radar runs out because it's only 30 seconds. But he's in the open, and we are closing in, and it's just a matter of time before he gets spotted again. Now, hydroacoustic was up. All of his torpedoes are here. I used my maneuverability to manage to miss his torpedoes, slowing down just to make sure that I would cut in, and then we start launching our 203 millimeters of absolute devastation to a destroyer while he tries his darndest to get away. But now he's firing his guns. As a last-ditch effort, he's trying to do any sort of damage before he dies. He knows he's a dead man. But unfortunately for him, this is the wrong cruiser to be spamming high explosive at. And, I set him on fire. Wait for it. Oh no, Colorado? Really? Really? Come on, Colorado. That's wrong and you know it. But it's okay. He's dead. That's the main thing. We start the match with 13,500 damage. Kept them from capping our side of the map. And now it's time to start focusing on battleships. Now, those of you who've been around the channel for a while know that I love the Baltimore because it has fantastic armor-piercing shells out of a 203mm gun. Now, the fact that it's got 203mm guns at Tier 7 means that they reload relatively quickly. And they're accurate. And with the amount of penetration that these things have, thanks to my commander, Norman Scott, and his inspirations, these are fully capable of citadeling battleships with both plunging fire, as you see on the Gneisenau, which we didn't get a citadel, unfortunately, but with both plunging fire and direct fire, as you'll see in a moment. So my plan here is to get some fire on the Gneisenau while he runs out to help try to sink the 2 battleships that are on my right. I can't get into a direct confrontation with those battleships yet. So I decided to cap C while he's going out there. And I'm just shooting at the Gneisenau for extra damage. We get detected momentarily, but now we are behind the rocks and we have nothing to worry about. Now, I'm kind of feeling a little bit less than ideal right now because I don't want to really get shot, but it looks like he's distracted, so we go ahead and take the shot. He's broadside on, and we've got nice shots coming in. Really? Really, game? Didn't look like it did anything. And now he's slowing down. He's got torps in the water. And, come on. There they are. He manages to take out the Amagi. Now the Vanguard is closing in. Now this is a much better target for me. As you guys saw maybe in Bullvi's stream a couple weeks ago, I ended up going toe-to-toe, broadside to broadside, with the Vanguard at point-blank range. He decided to use HE on me, and I was using armor-piercing. I won that fight because of the armor-piercing capabilities of this gun. They are nasty when you get close. This thing has the ability to Citadel battleships into oblivion at close range. It can usually get some Citadels through the deck armor at like 14 kilometers. And then anything less than that in between, there you go, right there. Perfect example of a Citadel through plunging fire. That went through the deck and managed to Citadel him that way. It wasn't 14 kilometers, it was just under 12. But still, that's what I'm talking about. When you get that plunging fire down through the deck, you are capable of Citadeling battleships, especially Vanguards. And this Vanguard is seriously trying to get a hold of the Moss. He knows he's out here. He's trying his best. And unfortunately for him, he has run into the wrong cruiser. I've already Citadeled him once. I've got full health. Now, it is fully possible for him to penetrate the front of my ship and Citadel me into oblivion. I know that. He's angled pretty well, so I go for the superstructure on this shot. And we get a decent hit, but not a whole lot. He does get a nice hit, and as you can see, it's a freaking penetration right through the front of my ship. So we've got to be careful, but then he goes full broadside. And I get all 3 sets of guns to bear. And as you can see, it just chunks him. He has no choice. He's being torped and shot by a cruiser. You've got to avoid the torps. You take your chances with the cruiser. But this is the wrong cruiser to take chances with, as we Citadel him twice. And we get the rear guns involved. We get another shot into him and another Citadel, and wait for it. We're loaded again. He manages to live through that. Come on. There we go. And we finish him off. So, that is teamwork. And we're going to give each other a little high five here. That is teamwork. Me being the distraction so that he can move in, get his torps, and then his torps make that battleship give me an even better shot. Now, teamwork is a rare thing in World of Warships, and I'm just not that used to it. And again, this is not the best game in the world, but we did everything we could on this side of the map. We capped the base, we killed the destroyer, we killed 2 battleships, and I have a feeling that there's another destroyer lurking. Now remember, 9-kilometer radar and hydroacoustic, both ready to go. So wait for it, and you'll see immediately I get detected and just make a beeline straight for where I think the detection's coming from. And I had no idea where this guy was, but I had a pretty good feeling that he was on my right side. Wait for it. It's coming. As soon as I get lit up, there it is. I'm spotted. I'm like, okay, he's most likely on my right side because there's islands there. He disappears and then reappears again and spots me again. So that tells me he's probably over here. So I go ahead, I pop the hydroacoustic, pop the radar, he's now detected, and he's in a world of trouble as I load my high explosive, and he doesn't have much health to begin with. I don't know what you were thinking, but you were wrong. Now he's panicking, trying to throw his smoke. He's still on radar for another 7 seconds, as we just took another chunk of his health off. And now he's outrunning his smoke. He's not staying inside of his smoke. If he had, he wouldn't be detected right now. But that's a much better salvo, and down he goes, finishing the match, and ending what was a pretty well-played match between 2 of us. Colorado got himself obliterated, so it was basically just the 2 of us fighting all of those ships, and we come out on top. Me being the top of the leaderboard, and him coming in shortly thereafter. But a very well done game. Thank you, Hectic Paul, for all the fun that we had that day. And thank you guys for watching. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.